Jessica, Mike.
Hello.
You got your hair done. It looks good.
Yes, yours too. Thank you.
Girl, what's going on? Yes, we got this nice weather, so we're trying to kind of feeling it, I guess. I don't know what it is. We ain't outside yet, right?
Right.
Girl, I sounds like feel like I don't know. But the weather always make you feel better, depending on the weather. Me, it does, especially like spring and summertime.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can go out, I can lay on the beach, I can chill out.
Yes.
This is my type of weather. But I'm like, I gotta do something different because, girl, I love my locks. I gotta do something different. So I'm like, I'm back.
I know, right? Easy and convenient.
Yeah. So
ready to go.
I just gotta work on a few more things. So we gotta wait about a month and a half. So
right.
I will be
not
out.
right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Yes, I need you to go on your site, one of my stuff, send me some stuff. So because I'm gonna be wearing all of the shop, the boutique.
Right.
So,
yes.
Yep. I'll be on the lookout for that. Exciting.
Yes, Naliska Boutique, y'all. Make sure y'all go check it out.
And Mother's Day too is coming up. Well, we'll see. We got a few days. Well, they may be able to get it by then, right? Express shipping you offer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Overnight, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, they'll have to order it by tomorrow, at least by tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah. And you do gift cards, right?
Well, I just started a gift card. So if I put a Mother's Day giveaway on my personal pages to my followers that have been engaging and all that things, and also to my email subscribers for a Mother's Day giveaway. So if you follow Nali's Boutique, you want to go follow Nali's Boutique, go check out the pages, and all you got to do is like the post, and you'll be in it for your chance to win a $30 gift card. So yes, that will be available after Mother's Day, that you can purchase gift cards for people to give as a gift and all that good stuff. So I'm doing some revamping with a little thing. So that's why I haven't been posting a lot with the boutique, but it's going to be great things coming. So.
But what if I wanted to get a gift card to give to someone? Like, say, I may not know what they want from your shop, but I'm like, you know what, I want to give them a gift. Can I purchase a gift card?
Yeah, so after Mother's Day, I will have the gift cards available on the site to purchase.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, looking forward to it. Minnie says hello everyone.
Hey,
thank you for joining
us.
Yes, awesome. Okay.
So y'all, tonight we are going to wrap up the relationship things, but we did 4 topics that we want to touch base on that we felt like we didn't really discuss prior to. And then so I put up a poll. So we also want y'all to engage on our page, Topeka and Jessica page as well. I put up a poll last week. Well, it wasn't really a poll, but I put up a status last week, the same thing that I put up on my personal page this week. So a lot of people want to talk about church hurt. So that's going to be our next topic next week.
Yes.
So the reason why we didn't do it tonight, because when I put up the status, it was, when was that? Monday? Yesterday?
What's today? Today is Tuesday. It was late. I think it was like, was it Sunday or something like that? It was late.
I think it was Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Monday. So in order for us to get like a little bit more prepared with that, we'll do that next week. So I know we're going to have a lot of people tune in for that. And we're going to try to work out the kinks. I think, Pika, you put the link up, like if people want to join us tonight.
I did. And I will go back and share that link again. It should be here as well. So one thing about it too, if you're joining from an Android, so again, we're still trying to get this working, because I know last week we did have a few people that wanted to join us and get on either visually or just verbally, right? To be a part of our live. And we do want to offer that again this week. So at any time you would like to come on and join us, you got something to say, you just want to, be heard, and you're tired of typing or texting or whatever it is, feel free to click on the link. So if you do have Android, they recommend you use like a Chrome browser update. update yours if it has not been. If you're on an Apple Safari, of course, to try to do it from, when you're doing the link or whatever. So just click on it. And once you click on it, make sure you give permission for your camera to for the app to use the camera and for your microphone. And then it'll let us know that, hey, such and such is trying to join or whatever. They're in the waiting room and you're going to have to wait and we'll bring you on board. So please, at any time, please click the link and join us because we would love to have our audience, our viewers and stuff on with us. So engagement, all of that, because, we want to be heard. We want y'all to be heard.
Right.
We want everything to be out. So we do thank you for that. So I just posted, and regardless of where you're watching from, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, you should be able to click on the link, the appropriate link. Let me see if I can flag it. This one here, this one that's on here now is for YouTube. So if you're joining or watching from YouTube, please click the link if you would like to join us.
Yes.
If you are joining from, I think it's called Twitch, this is the link there. And it's pretty much the same link, honestly, but just so it can show on your platform. And this one here is for the Facebook. And then again, IG is going to be the same. Just click on the link. It'll work. It's the same link. So we would love to have you all. So thank you all for joining us, coming back, watching with us. The Topeka Jessica Live.
Yes. So I am Jessica, for if we have any newcomers that may not know us.
And I am Topeka.
So we are bringing you a platform to give transparency, talk about things that's happening in the world, things that's happening in our personal lives, or things that's just happening that may be a trending topic and topics that people really want to discuss and want a platform to discuss, an open platform. As you know, we are not experts in anything that we do discuss. We may have some personal knowledge, some insights, and we will also give statistics as we, can, with anything that we may discuss as well. But of course, if you feel that our platform is beneficial, helpful to you, maybe helpful to someone else, we truly appreciate it. And we thank you all for tuning in and joining us and engaging, because it really means a lot. And it really means a lot when we be out in public and people like, I love y'all platform. Thank you. That is like, it makes us feel so good that y'all are really enjoying our platform. So we really appreciate that.
We do. And I can tell you, I've been out like in public and people that I don't even know. I came up to, I was at some store. It was about a month ago, I think it was. And a guy came up and he was like, hey, I think I know you. And I'm like, okay. He was like, you're on Facebook Live or whatever. You and your friend got a podcast or whatever. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I see y'all, scroll. He was scrolling or whatever, and we popped up. And I was like, interesting, because we're not Facebook friends or anything, but he was like, definitely good information, good topic. And he was thinking about starting one, and trying to encourage him to even get out there, because again, it's so much like want to be heard. And stuff. So like he'll be a guest on ours and stuff, would like to be. So we have this information, maybe we'll have him on. So it's definitely good to hear that. So thank you for joining.
And so if y'all right. And we've also had people that has come to say, they think our lives or what we discuss may help someone else, especially with a mental health topic. So if they don't have social media, we do provide you with the YouTube link, so they can go on YouTube and watch live at the same time. We provide that as well, so they can go on there and watch it if they don't have social media, because I know everybody don't do social media. So, all right. So you ready to get started?
I am ready, girl. I am ready. I'm going to invest in me a better ring light. I promise by the next one, I'm going to have one, because this is not, but it ain't on. It ain't working. But I'm ready. So part 3, y'all. This has been I think we could go on like every week, talk about relationships. Yes. It's one of those things, where you definitely do not. It's so broad. It's like, I don't know. Because I don't know, 1 scenario, 2 scenarios, 3, and then just different takes, different views. But I definitely love our viewers coming back, sending us things in our inbox and our messages, phones or whatever, however you want to say it, with their views, information about relationships, good information. So we thank you and keep it coming. So so Whitney, hello. Juanita, hello. Pamela, hello. Just want to say hello to those who actually took the time to type up hello. So that's Whitney and Juanita and Pam. Thank you all for joining us, and everyone else. And I'll let Jessica do the disclaimer before we start, because I don't think you did that, did you?
I did.
You did? Okay, I'm sorry. See, I'm all out of it right now. I'm just so excited. Okay, so we pretty much, Jessica put down we came up because we trying to keep it on whatever, but definitely if y'all got something, come on. We don't have anyone yet that said they want to join us. But please click the link if you would like to join us. So we're gonna start off the first topic. We're gonna start off on, let's do because I know we have 4 that we said we're gonna go into, but we're definitely can, branch out from there. But I think we're gonna do mixed feelings. When you're in a relationship and there's mixed feelings, right? Oh, we got one on board. Is he on? Oh, he just said, "Yo, what's up? What's up, JC?"
Hey,
like, to come on. Yes, thank you. He's one of our definite, supporters. So we thank him and everyone else that pops up every week. Miss Juanita, Miss Pamela, it's a few of them. So thank you all. Thank you. So mixed feelings. So how do you feel about the mixed feelings things with relationships? I know we before first episode, right, talked about how important it is for transparency, right? To speak about how you feel, regardless if it's received or not. But still just be transparent, be honest, regardless, again, and kind of like the truth shall set you free.
Right.
It's written, that goes back. But again, sometimes it's mixed feelings. Meaning I may be in today, but tomorrow I may be out,
Right.
Maybe you've done something I don't like. I don't know. So I might not want you right now. I don't want to be bothered with you right now. I still want you, but I don't want you to be bothered right now. So you're not going outside on me. But I don't want to be bothered right now. But so with those things is very, it's one of those topics, that we're kind of treading lightly on, right? Because that's what I think caused some people to step outside. Some people to be like, what's going on? Are we in a relationship? Are we not? And nobody want to be guessing like, what are we today? Are we in a relationship? Are we not in a relationship? I know I don't want to be guessing. If we're together, we're not. Let me know. Again, mixed feelings. So how you feel about the mixed feelings things?
Mixed feelings can be hard, especially if you don't have that discussion in the beginning, and you're moving like a couple, but one person may think that y'all a couple and the other person may not think that you're a couple. So it can be one of those things where people say, if you don't know where you stand, go stand by somebody else, like one of those things. So it's like a person can show you that y'all are in a relationship. You feel like you're exclusive with that person. You're only with that person. But then when something happens or something, they may show like detachment at some point. And then that's where the confusion comes in it, because you're not having that clarity, or they're saying all the things that make you feel like you're a couple, but still in their eyes, you're not a couple.
They're doing the opposite. Yes.
Right. And so that's where the mixed feelings, and that's where I think sometimes the arguments may come in, because one person may feel like, if I feel like that we're in a relationship and then you're doing something that I don't agree upon or may not sit right with me, and I bring it up to you, then it's a problem, because you feel like, well, we not together, or you know what I'm saying? Like, give me that sign, like, I don't want to be bothered with you right now, but I'm confused. So if you're still not giving me that clarity, what is a person supposed to do? I don't think that a person should just wait around until you decide when you want to be in a relationship or not. And that's people, again, it goes back to being straightforward in the beginning, like where you're going, what each person wants. And if it's not anything that you both agree on or something that y'all feel like y'all can work out on, then I personally think that it shouldn't carry on any further, especially if you're not on the same page with stuff.
And that'd be great if it was clear cut, right? But most of the time, it's not clear cut. I mean, I know a situation where, it was definitely upfront in the beginning, both parties upfront. And then somewhere along the lines, one felt the other one was not moving fast enough, So the one thought that they were still in a relationship, being committed, faithful, loyal. But the other one decided, you know what? I don't know what their plans are, it's not moving fast enough. So they decided to step outside, as they say, right? Meanwhile, the other person invested years, being loyal to this person, the other person playing games, knowing they're playing games.
Right.
So they're, faithful or doing whatever, but in the back of their mind, mixed feelings. And then when everything came out to light, it's like, oh, well, I didn't know, I didn't know what it was going to be. You weren't moving fast enough, or, I was under the impression that this wasn't going to happen. Well, again, why can't you communicate your feelings?
Right.
Because again, assuming stuff does not get anyone anywhere. It's a saying, you assume you make a what out yourself. Again, communication. You have to communicate. So again, if it was communication, and from my understanding, the one person, the female, she was communicating with the person, and letting him know her feelings or whatever, and he was receptive of it, right? And supposedly letting her know his feelings too. However, along the line, he's just playing games, so she thinking, boom, going all in, investing, planning for the future. He planning for the future, but how he planning for the future and he all messing with everybody? Like, I don't know, it's craziness, craziness. And I always say, everybody's time is valuable, regardless of who it is. Time is valuable, time and emotion, and people don't realize the emotional part that it plays on a person, it's very emotional.
Very.
I don't know, and that'll go, I guess, could lead to our next topic. What we're speaking on, was it trauma that we have on there as well? I want to make sure we ain't get
psychological fear.
Yes.
Oh yeah, fear.
And psychological, fear. Because again, different stuff that has happened to us, right, in relationships. That can cause us not to want to step into another relationship. Okay.
Right.
Meaning I could have gave my all to one person, to this person. I'm in love. I'm invested. I'm doing everything that a wife or a girlfriend or a woman is supposed to do. Right. But because I put my all in and got played or whatever, however you want to put it or whatever. Now I'm kind of hesitant. I don't want to experience that feeling ever again. So we're not going to move the same anymore. So that's where they say, okay, we start putting these walls up, right? And we start building them, because again, no one wants to feel that pain that they felt again. And sometimes digging deep within yourself and digging deep to get out of that takes a lot for some people. Some people, they break up, they outside the next day. Some people, they break up, especially, depending on the person and how they love and how vested they are. It could take, oh my God, time to get over a heartbreak, time to heal, time to whatever. So they're not moving on like that, so out of respect too, it's like, dang, do I even want to put myself through that again? I'm not just single, so I ain't got to experience none of that. Because if you buy yourself, more than likely you're not going to hurt yourself. You ain't going to break your own heart, I don't think, So it's like, wow, I'm giving what you're giving, in a sense. But if you're not giving, I'm not giving either. But it's like, do I even want to be bothered with anything, And that leads to a lot of fear. And again, it could be PTSD. Remember, PTSD is not just for those who have gone off in war or have whatever. It's any kind of traumatic event that has happened, So I think that's important too. I don't know. I've been in this situation, and I'm like, girl, my wall was so high. It's still kind of high, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't want to experience that ever again, And I remember saying, like, okay, when I did the little the thing where I was a panelist, right, being able to get up and speak, my truth, that spoke a lot, But again, to get from in that place where I was, and that takes a lot for some people. But the fear of, do I want to be bothered in a relationship?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Jessica?
It's definitely the fear of unknown. Fear of the unknown, especially, like I said, I'm loyal by default. Like, whomever I'm with, that's who I'm with. And so I know when I'm with someone, I give my all. And so again, it's like sometimes you pouring and you keep pouring and pouring, your cup becomes empty and you're not getting that refill. So you do get to a point where it's like, I don't want to deal with that no more. Like, I'm good. Like, I can have, people I may conversate with on the phone, but it's
that's your choice.
That don't even go long. That can, like, if you say or do one thing that I'm not fond of or don't agree with, or you just, it's like a turn off. I don't conversate with you no more. I just, I would go ghost.
Ghost, block,
so
okay. Have no problem. Like, who are you? Do I even know you? I don't know you. Yeah, where you come from?
And that comes from, again, doing so much for a person and being so involved and in tune with a person. And I have always been that way, and up until recently. And I thank God, for it. I'm not saying the pain was my teacher. The pain allowed me the things that I went through. I'm glad that I did go through, because it taught me so much. So I don't regret it, because I learned a lot. Because if I didn't learn, I would still be stuck back to who that person I was before, giving my all and tolerating so much, to a point to where I was losing myself and forgetting who I was as a person.
Oh my God, you said that. Oh my God. Not now. I would never do that again. To lose yourself, right? To lose myself, to forget who I was, my worth, all of that. And it did, and be able to come out of that. That says a lot too. Because girl, few days are long gone. No. That's like, what? No. And I remember girl, just speaking on like a little post that we put on our thing, right? And I'm trying to find it, y'all. That's why my head is down. But it says, I ain't trying to chill. But no, I ain't trying to chill. That ain't making me no profit, right? That's what I love it. But again, I don't know. And sometimes depending on what's happened to you, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that could be, again, from fear, from trauma, from past situations, right? That can also come from different stuff. But I think we all value ourselves, or we should value ourselves more, males and females, you know, to the point, like, you know what, if you ain't about whatever, I ain't got time for it. I don't.
Right.
I really don't. We know our worth. So.
Yeah. And then going through you, if you pay attention, the people will show you their signs like early on. Like you don't even have to really dig deep. They will show you who, like I said, having a general conversation with a person. They can
listening.
just tell you. They could tell you so much about themselves just with random talks, you know.
And without saying much either. Yes.
Right. Without saying, they can tell you who you are if you pay attention. But sometimes I know for myself, I would look past those red flags and I would just still be like, okay, I'm gonna still give him a chance or whatever else. And I'm like, what in the world? But now again, like I said, if I didn't experience any of those things, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I'm not gonna say that I won't trust again. I will trust again. And because every person I deal with on a serious note, I have to trust them. But it's when they start
and you
showing
with that. Yep. Like, I'm gonna trust you until you show me that I can't trust you.
Right.
And once you show me I can't trust you, now everything is off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the thing is, like, I'm so straightforward. Like, I'm gonna tell you up front what I'm looking for. Now it's up to you if you're gonna lie.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you up front, this is what I'm looking for. Now come on now. And I'm gonna give you that. I want it back in return. So let's do it. You know, right. Who you are, you gotta believe in. A lot of times people show you who they are, you don't believe it, you don't see it. Like, mask off. Okay, it's off now. This is who you are.
Yes. Definitely have to pay attention. So the fear part I can understand, because I think that one post that was put up when people it was asked if people think they can start over, do with another relationship. A lot of people said no. And it is about the fear. You have to relearn somebody else over again. You don't really know who they are, you know, as a person, and you just discovering what's going on, and to give your all into something. And relationships, period, no matter who you are, where you're at, it's taking a chance and you're taking a risk. So it's like
it's time.
Yes.
You hope for a good outcome, but you got to be prepared just in case, you know. But how can you prepare? Like, I don't want to prepare for my heart to be broken. I don't want to prepare to be lied to be backstabbed, be cheated on. Man, who prepares for that? How do you prepare for that? If y'all know how to prepare for that, tell us how to prepare
for it. It's just and then when you try, and then the thing, like, sometimes when you try to move on or you don't want to, and you try to disconnect from people, and they don't understand what space you're in at that time. Like, they feel like you're just supposed to keep going and going and going and conversating and dealing with, like, it's not, you know, we're not on the same page, and you're not,
and life you're not being
consistent. And
I said, life experiences can make you hardened, because I find myself being very hardened. You know what I'm saying? Where now it's kind of like, you know what, whatever, you know.
Right.
Long. But that comes from, I guess, a lot of hurt and pain. But that's not the way to be either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let me get over this right now. Once I'm over it, it's done. You know, and that's not always good either.
No, it's not.
Good. Like, no, it's not. I have to be chill. Like, okay, chill, Topeka, chill. That's not cool. Right. You know?
Because you don't want to bring that part, the hardening part, into another relationship and not give that person a chance. Because
the harder part comes like,
I'm just speaking like for me, like stuff that's happened, you know, bringing it into another relationship. I'm just for anyone. If you're going to go into a relationship with anybody, you can't come into that relationship with the faults of another person, what somebody else has done for you, because they're a whole different person. So you have to give them that chance, you know. But that was a hard thing for me at one point, because I'm like, they showing the same signs. I already know they do and they really may not even be doing what I'm thinking. I have created a whole scenario in my head.
I remember you saying that, girl. It's crazy.
I have created a whole story in my head of what's going on, and that was bad for me because I wasn't really giving that person a chance. So
Miss Juanita says, trust but verify. And that's true. That's true. And we said verify. There's so many things in me. I don't like, so trust, yes, but verify. So now I just posted, I think yesterday, that I'm in my season of listening. This is where I'm at right now. Listening. I know my blessing is going to come from listening, right? So yeah, of course, stand still, all of that stuff too. But listening, I need to listen. It's my season of listening. So trust but verify. So what Miss Juanita said is very, very deep to me. Because again, we can trust. We have to go into whatever trusting, right? You're not going to go and start a relationship not trusting, right? But she also said verify, meaning listen, check what they're saying, check your boxes. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back and verify the stuff. And the thing is, there's so many ways, not just looking up all this other stuff to verify stuff, But again, sometimes we don't want to verify because we want to. We're hopeful. We're hopeful. We're hopeful. Yeah. So, and then JC says, they be pretending about who they are. In due time, their true self comes out, is what I always say. And that's true. That is true. That's where the mask comes off. I think that's a song, Mask Off.
Yeah, by Future. Yeah.
There we go. Mask off, baby. Mask off. So look, when they show up on whatever, you start dating, like, just go and take the mask off. I want to see who you are right now. Mask off. My mask off, your mask off. Let's go. They still gonna have another mask on.
Right. Exactly.
And Essence says exactly. You most definitely have to be healed. Time. That is so true. That is true. Because again, with anything, time, and I think time does definitely heal the wounds, So yeah.
But it's also going through a proper healing, because sometimes you can think that you're healed and you're really not. Yes. You've been covering up the things that you went through, and you're really not healed because you put like just a Band-Aid over it. But then once you start getting back involved with someone, then you realize, well, dang, I really haven't healed from anything. So you really have to do some soul searching and self-reflection and taking the time out to get to know you, to figure out what's going on with yourself, and not just like, okay, I'm healed, let me move on to this other person. But then with the other person, you really ain't healed.
One thing I know, one way to know that you're really healed, right? The triggers. Because again, if you were broken, right, by your ex, whatever, say for instance, your ex had a pattern of, I don't know, give me an example, Jessica, because I'm so bad at these. Saying, I don't know, a trigger point.
I'm going to my friend's house, but was at somebody else's house.
There you go. So now, dude, your new man, right? Your new man, Mr. GQ, looking all fine and sexy. He been right on time. He been girl putting down everything, checking the marks. You know what I'm saying? A true gentleman, right? He telling you this one time, hey, I'm about to go to my friend's house, and all of a sudden you get them butterflies in your stomach, like,
right?
Man, I've been through this again. I'm not been through this. I don't want to go through this again. Right? That's a trigger point, right? I feel it's a trigger point, but. Now, say for instance, that same scenario happened. He said, look, babe, I'm about to go to my friend's house. You're like, okay. You may still kind of like think, but the butterflies, it ain't going to hit the same.
Right. Or you ain't trying to FaceTime him while he at his friend's house to see if he really at his friend's house.
Okay, every corner. Show me that corner. Now show me behind you.
Right.
What's that voice I hear? Girl.
Right.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Yes, that part. That's how you know you have truly healed. So that takes growth. Healing takes growth.
It does.
Yes. And sometimes people don't want to go through the process of healing because it's a painful process. Sometimes you can't put a time limit on it. Everybody's different. It might take me 2 years to heal. Jessica might be out next week. She might say, I'm healed. I'm ready to get back outside.
Well, you can see that person posted up like with somebody else, or you know what I'm saying, like really moving on, and you have no complex, or your chest ain't hurting, or you just want to go off and just do something. I think that's a form of healing too. Like it's like I really don't care no more.
Huh?
When you're with
that ain't hurting.
Huh?
You said your chest not hurting.
Yeah, like you might develop anxiety because you see that person moved on or something like that.
I got you. Okay, that's how you know. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, girl, when you see them and it don't bother you at all, girl, please.
Right.
So, we have a whole conversation about anything.
Yes.
On that same vibe. We good. Let's talk about let's talk about whatever. Right. And even the mention of their name, sometimes, if somebody mentioned their name, you automatically get those anxiety, like you said, the chest hurting and different stuff. No.
Yeah.
You need a little bit more time, baby girl. Just go on and finish healing. So Miss Juanita came in and she said being late all the time. That is a good trigger.
Yes, it is.
You know what? Wait a second, Miss Juanita now. I don't know about that because I got to think with time.
Oh, well, I do too. But I'm getting better with that too, though.
Me too, but that could be her trigger thing. So
right,
that could be her trigger thing because maybe whatever happened with her, it could have been that he was always late, right? So yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I got you, Miss Juanita. I'm with you now. She said laugh. She said laugh out loud. Okay, it took me a minute. I was having a little run moment. I'm sorry. And Charmaine said exactly triggers. When the trigger no longer have that sting, you know you are truly healed, and that is so true. Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah, because it's just different. It's different.
Right. It is.
I ain't listening to Mary J. crying, bawling. Why me?
Right.
Or look, my heart is seasoned, girl. You know, girl. I don't care the anthem for, girl. I know it's a male's on here. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm really not. And I want to know what y'all anthem is when y'all going through y'all. Bump that girl. Bump that girl. I don't even know what to say. But for the females, I tell you, it's Kaya.
Oh, yes. Now that song ain't never
get old. Come on.
Never. That is an anthem that will never get old.
Oh my God, that's about 20 years old, 30 years, but that's so old, girl. You already know it's
right.
And people be singing it with their chest for real. They be
yes, girl, yes, like, yes.
Boom, and it hits the same. So again, when you know that song it's gonna hit regardless, but it's gonna hit different when you're going through it. You know,
right?
Right, nobody. So yeah. And then Latrice says healing is most definitely necessary, and it is. But you know what? I was surprised. I mean, I never, like, back then we didn't put names on a lot of stuff, right? We got healing. We got, what is it called? Toxicity. We put names to it, right? Before it was like, okay, I'm heartbroken. Everything was heartbroken or whatever. I ain't in this relationship. It's a bad relationship. But it's so prevalent. It's out there, right? And I'm glad we are able to sit down and talk about it. But even the fact that we need to heal. We need to heal. And how important it is, right? And I'm glad that we are, as people, taking a stance to say, you know what, I ain't ready. I'm not ready. Let me heal. And a person that can respect that, right? If they're for you, they're going to be like, you know what? I see you're not healed. I see you're going through what you're going through. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to wait for you. That says a lot. Because you would get something like that. They'd be like, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to wait. I'm gonna go through your season. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not, I understand. I'll still be there for you as a friend. It takes a lot for somebody to do that. Because most people are like, oh, I want this now. If it don't work now, boom.
Yeah, I'm done.
Goodbye.
Then we move on to the next person.
Yes, don't rush them. And they hard, but mine ain't right yet, So we got to do what we need to do for us, because ain't nobody else is going to understand that but us,
Right.
We don't have to explain it to nobody, but we are going through that process, so we got to make sure that we are completely healed so we can give our next person, or whomever, even if it's ourselves, self-love, be the best possible version.
Right. And also, people got to realize, if a person that you with tells you their backstory of the things that they went through, that is them telling you the things that they don't want to experience again.
Yes.
So if they have disclosed that information with you, and then you go and repeat the same things that they went through, come on. Evidently, you was not paying attention to what that person was saying, or you just don't respect how that person feels, because why would you go back and do the same things that person is trying to get, that or has felt like they've gotten through? And then it's like almost like, like I said, putting a Band-Aid. You're opening up that wound again that they have healed from. So you're putting a knife right back through that same wound to where that person may find it hard to trust somebody or trust you, because it's like, dang, I done told you how I felt about the situation, and here you go doing it. And not once did you do it just once, you repeatedly doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One day we're going to put a name to these stores, y'all. I promise. We're going to put a name to it. But anyways, until then. But yeah, and I think that is the most hurtful thing. It's like you knew the pain. You knew. You know what I'm saying? I dare you. Like, you knew the pain, and you promised you were not going to cause me that pain. What happened?
Right.
Make me understand what happened.
Right.
Where along the line, why did you fumble the bag? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Right. Yes.
But a lot of
some people might ask,
why you say somebody, why would you say, to have you, huh?
No, I said some people might say, why would you tell somebody to leave you alone? The reason why people say leave me alone is because we want that person. If I'm trying to move on, leave me alone. Don't come contact me, because people got to understand when you have your feelings involved in someone, you may love that person. So you may try to steer away from them or move away from them. But if that person come back and say, hey, I want to make it right, and they know in their mind they're not trying to make it right. But if they come back and say that other person may feel like, okay, let me give this other person a chance, because emotionally they have not fully attached. They're working on that.
Yes.
But emotionally, they still have like that connection, like, okay, I'm gonna give him or her one more chance, you know? So when a person say, just leave me alone, leave that person alone.
Respect it. Let them heal. Yeah, especially it's going around in and out the door. Don't really want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you either.
Right.
No, baby, we ain't doing that. No.
Right.
Figure out what you want, because it's not gonna be both. So
yes,
at least not with me. It ain't. It might be with them, but nah. We got to know our worth.
Yes.
Y'all. And that's for the man too. It's not just us females again. And we all have to know our worth. And I try to speak that because again, the men are important too. It's not just about us ladies.
Right.
But it is, but it's not. So yeah, definitely. So I don't know. That's crazy, girl. I'm sitting here thinking though, because that's deep.
What?
No, what you were just saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
People, girl, I don't know. They don't want to leave you alone. And they say, okay, we done. Next thing you know, they popping back up. I thought we was just done. And I just told you to leave me alone. And we said we're left alone. You may be blocked, but then I unblock you. He may unblock me. I may unblock you. I don't know, but it's just like the toxicity with all that. Why are we doing this? That's crazy. So y'all, let us know, like, what was the craziest thing, I don't know, that y'all probably have experienced, or that you know of somebody experiencing, that you just sitting back and you're like, I've grown from that. I learned from that. Can you share? We want to know. And maybe it can help somebody else. So, I don't know.
So you said something that somebody has grown from?
Yes, grown from experience. Like, and while you're going through it, like, a heartbreak or whatever. Maybe it was your first love. I don't know. Maybe it was high school first love, right? Maybe you were just so traumatized. You never thought you were going to get over it. So you went you went 5 years without dating anybody because you were just so traumatic. But one day something hit and you're like, you know what? I'm free. There's something to share. Like, we want to know. Like, and what did you do to get over that person? Or if you're just like, I ain't got the energy to deal with nobody. I don't want no relationship. I just want to be happy. I'm happy how I am. Let us know, because I get that too. I do. So with that said, we just
and then another thing too, we have to learn to uplift one another is the thing. Like some people can socially bash somebody else or put up, hit and say about what somebody else may go through. I feel like we've all have been dumb and stupid and played a part of why at some point in our lives, So I think as, females, we got to learn to stop, because for one thing, I ain't gonna say it because I feel like I'm male bashing. So anyway,
no, but yes, because I know we're not male bashing. Say it. We want to know. We want to know. Say it.
No, because like I said, females a lot of times I think get more emotionally attached early on and even afterwards. So I think the things that we go through, we don't know when we're going through those things. Like our mind may not even be in a space of knowing why or understanding why we even going through something, because we're just going through the motions. So the last thing we want to hear, like, I'm like, girl, you so stupid. Why you da 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 da?
Oh yeah, why you putting up with this? Yes, girl. Yes. Like, help me, okay? Yeah. Am I stupid or what? Like, maybe I'm just
Yeah. And I think that's why sometimes people don't feel comfortable coming out and talking to people about different things, because they are worried that that person may view them like as being crazy and dumb or have something negative instead of uplifting at that time. So we got to learn to understand that people go through things in their season. Whatever they're going through in their season may be what they need to help them later on. So that was just my little spiel.
Real quick, Chris judge.
Huh?
So real quick to judge, right? But at the same time, like, why are you going back, or why are you in this? Why are you doing this? Instead of trying to talk and see if you can be a helping hand. That's yeah. So I'm going on something we posted, right? We got a lot of feedback on it. So everybody is not on our Facebook page. So I'm gonna read it, okay? And Willie, oh, he back. Hey, Willie. Hey, everybody. Hey. All right. So it says, never let a man tell you he does not want you twice. If he cheats on you, he does not want you. If he puts his hands on you, he does not want you. If he constantly does things to disrespect you or hurt you, he does not want you. As a woman, never show a man that you love him more than yourself. Go where you're loved, valued, and respected. So we did get a lot of comments and feedbacks from that, right? And then that's true. That's very, very true, and it's very deep, right? So again, it's like, okay, this person loved me. Back in the day, people, high school, I'm speaking of, like, you with somebody, they be like jealous and stuff. Girl, don't wear that, don't do this. I'm like, girl, and he be like, where you at? Where you at? When you coming back?
Right.
Oh, he don't act like that because he really loved me. Or he acting this way because he loved me. Dudes putting hands on females. Oh, it's okay because he loved me. That's what he showed me. No, baby, it's not. That is not. It's not. So you gotta, self-check, like, what is it? And some of that could be learned behavior, right? Maybe they saw their parents going through it or others going through it. Or maybe that's what they perceive as being love. Somebody being overprotective, right? Because they want somebody to be overprotective about us, somebody to really care, show that they care, right? I don't know. But that speaks volume to me, right? So, like, okay, if somebody's telling you something, listen. Don't try to stay around. If they're showing you, listen. Again, they don't have to say it or show it too many times. One time is enough. So if they say they don't want you, God, it's going to hurt, time invested. It may not hurt. I don't know, depending on the situation. But got it. Okay, I got it. It hurts, but I got to respect that. Cheat on you, they don't want you. Why? If you cheated, you wouldn't do anything to hurt that person, for real. If you really care to love that person, be real. And it's like you say, you're loyal. I'm loyal to a T too when I'm in a relationship. But at the end of the day, I ain't got time. I'm not playing games. I don't want nothing done to me that I wouldn't do nobody like that.
Right.
Right. I care about other people's feelings, and I don't want that done to me. So, but again, there's some people, hey, some people are serial cheaters. They can't help but to cheat. It's like, what do you get out of that?
And they need to be alone. They need to be single.
I'm like, how you got the time, the money, the energy to do all that? That's just crazy. Right. Like, what you get out of that? And oh my God, I was gonna go. That goes to our next subject, but we go, girl, boredom. Are they bored or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, make you wonder, like, what is it? So what?
And you know what? I don't even want nobody.
Why do people cheat? Huh?
I don't even care about if anybody can tell you that they love you. It ain't even about the love. Can you be loyal to me? That's a big thing. Like, you can love me all day long. You can tell me you love me till the sky turn purple. But can you be loyal to me? That's what I want to know. If you can't be loyal to me, if you feel like we had one argument and you already got somebody in your back pocket to call, or if I'm at work or doing or whatever, you already going somewhere with somebody else, you're not loyal to me. So if you can't be loyal to me, and first of all, if a person can't be loyal to themselves, or if they treat themselves with disrespect, like, it's different forms of disrespect, but if they see themselves as nothing, what make you think they're gonna value you?
That's right. Sit high, stand on it. That's true.
Yeah, so you can love me. Like, that love word means, I mean, I tell people I love them because, I know people truly do, but it's like, can you be loyal to me? That's what I want to know.
Action without work is dead. So I think that's what you're kind of saying, in a sense. Don't just tell me you love me, show me you love me, right?
So you can be loyal. You can still show me that you love me. That don't mean you loyal to me. You can show me that you love me all day long. You can come do whatever, make me happy, smile, and do whatever else. But you can still walk out that door and go call Jane Doe. So
you're right there, Jane Doe house, right?
Right.
Then Jane Doe flowers, girl.
You can show me that you love me. Show me that you can be loyal to me. Show me that if we say we need to have a break from each other, that break don't mean go calling somebody else to fill in during the break.
There you go, girl. Right? Okay, girl, back at your house chilling. What the heck? What is this about? Like,
right.
No, while we having a break, we still together, but it's a break. But yeah,
right.
We ain't doing that. No. Yeah. And a lot of times I don't know if that's even possible.
What?
You think it's possible?
What's that?
Where if you say you're on a break, depending on how the break is, that somebody can really be on a break and you know what I'm saying? They ain't moving on.
I think anything is possible. It's just the mind.
I think it's possible. I think it's very few people that can do it though.
Yeah. It's the mind of that person and what their intentions are. Like, some people may not be able to do it because they feel like, why need to take a break for? Because I don't know what. And it goes back to that. People think it's a revolving door. So while we're taking a break,
alone too. Some people are afraid to be. Some people are afraid to be alone.
Yeah, but while you're taking that break, they may be thinking in their head, well, shoot, I know she ain't taking a break. I know she probably talking to somebody else, so I'm going to talk to somebody else. So I think, too, with relationships, people tend to automatically assume that, like, you know, like I said, I think I mentioned this before, that I'll be seeing so many posts where even the males will post, like, y'all think y'all lady the only one that you talking to, you wrong. And then the female may post the same thing. So people just automatically have that in their head that the other person is just doing something or talking. Right.
I gotta be doing something. Like, no, I ain't thinking about no. Like people, that's all people think about all day. Oh my God, I knew this one person, girl. All they think about, people just thinking about meeting up, doing stuff. Who got time for that? Man, people try to elevate, people try to grind, people try to hustle. Who thinking about that all day? Like who? No, I only want to be in your presence. Like what we talking about? Show me how we can get a bag together. Let's talk about some positive. Tell me what you've done positive. Like I don't know. Help me, help you, help you, help me. I got a lot of stuff I need help with. But at the end of the day, you thinking about that? No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. But it's people.
And change behavior is a big key too. If you notice changed behavior in a person,
oh my God,
don't keep downing them. And I think we're going to the psychological stress with this. If you notice a changed behavior in a person, don't keep downing them for the things that they changed from in the past. Like don't keep bringing up those things, especially if they're trying to change. I think sometimes that a person, if you keep bringing up old stuff and they're changing and they're showing you that they really are making effort, but you keep repeatedly bringing back, that can tear a person down mentally, I believe, because you're keep bringing back the things that they're changing from and reminding them, and you're showing that you're not appreciative of what they are actually trying to put forth an effort to do.
You said change behavior, meaning that if you are with somebody and y'all have an instance, right, and you decide to stay, and they have changed their behavior, don't keep bringing it up because you chose to stay in that situation, in that relationship. So don't beat me down because you chose to stay, knowing what you know what happened, right? So don't keep beating me up. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's true. And the other person may feel like, yeah, I thought I could stay, right? I thought I could in my intentions, but sometimes maybe they have a trigger point, right? Maybe something trigger them. Because again, it's because they decide to stay don't mean that they completely healed, but they decide to stay and try to work on it. I don't know.
But I think if you stay with a person and you want them to or y'all discuss things about their behavior pattern, whatever that needed to change, that was having that trigger point for you, that's not fair to that person. Because
it's not fair because it's not fair to you either, because if you're not able to express yourself. It's not fair to you either. If you're not, it's not fair to that person you keep bringing up, but it's not fair to the other person because they can't express themselves. Because I'm saying work on a relationship.
No, I'm saying it's not fair to that person to, if I'm with someone, I'm telling them, hey, this is something that I don't like, and they're changing whatever you don't like, right?
Okay.
But then you're still staying knowing all along in your mind, this is not where I want to be. But that person is changed. That's what I'm saying. It's not fair to that person because I feel like it don't come instant that I don't want to be with this person. I feel like that throughout that, hey, even if this person changes, somebody I probably don't want to be with.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not fair to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like to drag them along and they're making the efforts to change, but in your mind you still like, I don't really want to be with this person, I'm just here, that type of thing.
If that's the case, well, what if in that situation, what if that person thought that they did want to be with them, that they were really, really trying, right, to make it work, right, to meet this person halfway, right? Like, okay, I forgive you for what you've done, okay, I'm gonna stay, right? And this person promised to change behavior and they're trying to change, but the other person that the behavior was done to, they can't accept it. They can't forgive. They can't get over the pain, the hurt. So they're not trying to bring it up to hurt that person, right? To talk down or belittle that person at all and make that person feel bad. But again, they are experiencing true, real life feelings. So again, it's a catch whatever, right? And that's one of the things that, again, when the one person who did or caused the action, right, is part of the consequences. Meaning that, say, for instance, I'm in a relationship with somebody. Dude step out and cheat on me. I find out. If I decide to stay with him, that's my decision to stay with him. He apologized. He promised never to do it again. But at the same time, I'm still healing. I'm still going through the process. But I decided to stay in that relationship, right? So because I decided to stay, don't mean I cannot never have feelings. I can't never express myself saying, hey, I'm feeling this way. Or, hey, da-da-da-da about it. That's not fair to me. And I get it, it's not fair to him, but it's not fair to me either. And at the time, I'm reversing it, right? The person going through, they might be like, I don't give a darn if it's fair to him. He the one that did it. Or fair to her, she the one that did it. But at the same time, both should be able to express themselves, and they got to take it. Like, okay, I'm sorry, babe. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying my best. I'm not that person anymore. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. And that's where, again, it comes to being able to apologize. Come back and apologize. Some people can't even apologize. They won't apologize for nothing. They be like, whatever, that's your problem. You ain't see this, or this didn't happen. They don't know how to apologize. And that's sad. But again, if you decide to stay giving the facts, then I got it. But you can hurt. You can have feelings, I feel. I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm not saying you can't have feelings. But if you know something that's hurt, from my perspective, if something has hurt you, why, and you feel like you can't get over that, or if that's something that you just gonna continuously bring up, why stay to say I'm gonna try to work it out?
Maybe you didn't know you were gonna continuously bring it over. Maybe you didn't know you couldn't get over it until you're in that situation, until you deep in it. Maybe again, going through it when it first happened, you're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna work through it. Maybe you didn't know until time passed that I can't do it. I tried, but I can't do it.
Yeah. I see what you're saying on that end, but I think that, I don't know, I just look at it like a person know if it's something that's going to continuously hurt you. And again, it goes back to that trust. If you feel like, yes, I'm going to stay in this or whatever, but if he go outside and go to the store, I'm going to be wondering in my mind where he going, and I think we do stay in things longer because we do want to give that person a chance. We do want to say, hey, I want to do this, but then we come back and say, well, I know the last time you went and did this is what happened, and this is what you did. Do you not remember what you did back last week? But we're moving on. So I guess what I'm trying to say, like, a person can still have that thought in their mind that whole time while they're saying they're giving that person a chance. With some people, I'm not saying with all. And yes, you may not know, well, yes, I'm gonna give it a chance, and they may pull back up that trigger point again. But you still have that in your mind, in the back of your mind, he's done this to me, this is going to stay. I have not forgotten about what he's done, because still at some point you're still thinking about it, even though that person's changed. You say, I'm going to work it out, but you still may go, I may call you and say, girl, he but this is what he did, I ain't forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So even though you're still trying to give that person a chance, you're still thinking about it or having it in your mind. So that's what I mean, that it's not fair to that person if they truly are trying to change, but that is something that you're going to continue to hold on to.
Yeah, and some people, it may not be that cut and dry for them. Some people may stay because, again, maybe they got kids together and it's not that cut and dry. Maybe they're like, okay, whatever, but I'm going to try to make it work for the kids, right? Not saying it's the right reason to do it, but some people do. Some people may stay because, guess what? I can't leave because this is my financial support over here. I cannot leave. Not saying it's right, but some people do, right? So it'll be great.
No, I think what I'm saying with the fair, going back to what I was saying with the fair part, is if you're giving someone a chance, don't keep bringing up their past. Is what I initially. That's what I mean. It's not fair to them to keep dragging them along, but keep bringing up what they've done that to hurt you or whatever.
Yeah, that you may not intend to, and you probably intend to stay, right? So you're not intending to bring up their past. You're intending to stay. However, for maybe you're intending to stay, I'm going to try to work this out because we got a family, we got kids. But because of such stuff that's happened now, I'm bringing up the past. I don't know.
But what reason would you bring up the past if he hasn't shown you any signs of the past or moving like what he's done in the past?
I don't know. Maybe.
But that's what I'm saying.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
But no, that's what I'm saying with the psychological stress. Back to what we were saying with that it can tear a person down mentally if you keep beating them up about something that they have grown from that they're no longer doing. But it's something that you're holding on to, and you keep beating them up about that same thing. Like, well, this is what you did, but this person is really trying to change. So only thing that I'm saying is, like, if you're going to move on, if y'all are truly moving on, move on. You got to let that go, because, we talked about the healing and the hurt. If you're not healed and you're not healed from whatever it was, you cannot move on productively is how I look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, and I agree too. I think once that person realizes that they cannot let go, I think they should move on. Once they realize it, and once they accept it and do whatever they need to do to prepare themselves mentally, emotionally, whatever it is to move on, I think, yes, they should do that.
Right. And that's why I said it's, that's what I mean about, I think, I don't know if I went around about, but that's what I mean. It's not fair to continue to drag them on and not say, hey, I can't, whatever, because at some point don't keep beating that person up saying what they have done in their past when they're really trying to grow and mature and whatever and move on from that, because I don't want nobody to keep tearing me down for a mistake that I made that I have grown from. Because then I'm like, dang, well, she or he really don't love me. Like, I'm trying my best to do whatever, but you keep bringing up the things, the mishaps, when we haven't had that mishap happen no more. So that's what I'm just trying to, the mentally and emotionally part of, tearing somebody down or whatever.
That makes sense. Yep, and they can break you. They can they can definitely, I see what you're saying. I love it. Positive, right? Rebuttal. So Willie says, don't ask them to change. Just be done with them. That part, right? That part. Just be done. Wipe the slate clear. I like that.
Yes.
Latrice says, hurt people. And that has been said time and time again and proven time and time again. Hurt people.
And some people stay in a relationship to hurt that person.
To hurt the person. There you go. Yes. Yep. You cause me this pain, I'll be darned. You got to feel it too. You think you got one over on me, baby? I can do it better. I've heard it all. So yeah, that's not good. But hey, no. And then JC says, if you're constantly bringing it up, you haven't forgiven them. Also throwing things up all the time, you got issues. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and that's what I was just trying to get. If you haven't let go of what that person did, then it can cause more turmoil when things can actually get better if you truly let go of whatever it was.
That's true. And then Latrice says, one thing I don't like is when a guy insults my intelligence.
Yes.
They will stand flat-footed and lie to your face and try to make you think that you are crazy.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Like I got head. No.
Right. It was a lot, and then and then sometimes they have you to the point like, well, dang, did I? Like second guessing yourself,
questioning yourself. Yes, like no, I know I ain't going crazy now, but let me make sure. Okay, because I don't want to come off like
right.
That is true. Oh my God. Oh, my pastor's on. Hey, Pastor Rivers. He says forgiveness is the key in any relationship, and it is. Yes. It really is. It really is. Yep, and forgiveness can get you very far. So
right.
Yep. And we all need forgiveness. So yeah. If you wanted to work, you definitely have to forgive. So
yes.
Yeah. And forgiveness again is not for the other person always. Sometimes it's for us, believe it or not. Forgiveness is for us, again. So yeah.
And sometimes when you find yourself holding on to things, you don't realize how much it tears you down in the inside.
Oh my
because
God.
That's creating a negative space, a negative energy inside of you. And sometimes you can't move on to be productive because you're constantly thinking about or talking about the hurt that somebody else has caused you.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And not just that, is affecting your health, your physical, your mental state, everything. And you don't really think about it. Again, you're going through it, but you're like, dang, looking back, like, dang, that really did have an effect on me.
Right.
Yep. So sometimes you just letting it go.
Right.
Okay, move
and
on.
And forgive yourself. Like Pika said, forgive yourself for allowing certain things to happen or putting yourself. I mean, we all human. We have had mishaps and, things happen that we are not fond of or don't, you think that we should have done or known that we should have done. But it's okay to forgive yourself. Say, hey, I was in this space at that time. I'm not there no more. I'm moving on.
Ashamed to speak about, like, dang, I cannot believe I let this happen. I can't believe it. But look back, like, what I've learned, I experienced it, I learned from it, it won't happen again, right? Give it to God, let it go, move on.
Right.
So
move
that
on.
Is very, very, very important. Very important. Yes.
And so boredom.
Oh, yes.
Boredom in relationships. Some people, I think, they can be, if you're, compatible in that sense. Like if both of y'all just want to stay at home and not do anything, that is fine because that's y'all safe haven, y'all space. Y'all don't mind just laying up watching. But if you're with someone that like to go do things, but you don't care about doing things, that that's kind of like a mixed match. What you think?
I think it is. However, I do think there can be compromise depending on a certain degree, right? Because again, sometimes I may want to go somewhere, sometimes I may want to just lounge around, but it's about compromise. I think the willingness to compromise is important. So, but if it's completely like, no, I don't like going outside. I hate outside. I don't ever want to see outside. And you're like, I just want to go to the beach and hang out. That can be an issue to compatibility, right? When we're talking about the love language again, laws of attraction, all of that again. Like, okay, did God put us together? Did we just kind of like, what did we get together on that aspect? Because you got to have some similarities again, and it may not be a big deal to that person. That person may be like, hey, you don't want to go outside, but I'm going outside. You can stay in the house, blacked out, curtains blacked out, everything, but I'm going outside. They'd be like, okay, I'll be here when you get back. If it works for them, it works for them. But I don't know, but I do think some people do. They, unfortunately do step out due to boredom. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, when I got with you, you were all fun. You were all outgoing, and now you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't take care of yourself. What happened? Right. I hear that a lot. I've heard that a lot. So it's like, okay, and it could be okay. Maybe why has things changed? Is she working all day? Is she tired? Does she got to take care of kids? Homework. Plus come home and cook, clean. So if that's the case, speaking of this again from the female perspective, fellas, get in there and lend a hand. What can I do to help you so you're not as tired? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she want to be a young person again. Maybe she want to bring energy to the relationship, but maybe she just can't because there's so much on her plate. So again, we got to balance each other out as teamwork. All these gender specific roles, to me, it does work sometimes, but I definitely think it's about teamwork, And then for the guys, the fellas, again, sometimes maybe they got a lot going on with work, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of the family, being in charge of the family, the head of the household, you know what I'm saying? They stressed out like, okay, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. So no, they ain't out here smiling, doing everything, hey, whatever. I don't know. And then you go to the store, some dude trying to holler at you, and you well, you don't do that to me no more. Well, why not? I'm tired.
And you know what? Since you say that, coming back to like some reasons why females may cheat, it's because they men stop showing them like the attention, the affection. Sometimes, like you said, with a man at a store laughing, they may love that. You know what I'm saying? Because it feel like that they still look good. You know what I'm saying? Because when you first get with someone, or they were attracted to you, right? And so they did all the things to make you feel happy. They gave you compliments. Baby, your hair look good today. You look good today. Where you going? Like that type of things. But when you stop doing that, and then you have another guy, and I'm not saying every female is like that, but they may be like at a vulnerable state. But then you have another guy to come and say, hey, you look good. She at the store. She done put her, because females like to, someday we get in our moods, we want to put clothes on and go out shopping or do something, but then like some days we put clothes on, we say, okay, we got our hair done, and then you coming home from work, you ain't saying nothing. Like I think
it's something that used to go around about that. Yes, you better say somebody, girl.
Right. And so then you ain't saying nothing. Then we putting on clothes, we putting on lipsticks, the take a social media pic. You know what I'm saying? Look, only gonna put our sleepers back on and get back in the bed.
Glorilla said it. She said it best. I'm looking sitting by whatever 5 attachments today. Like I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? It's real, right? You go to work and whatever. You go outside and you're like, oh, you look good, Miss Parker. Miss Parker husband is looking like, okay, I don't know what you looking at, right? The minute Miss Parker go say, hey, to whoever across that street, he gonna have a fit. Well, you ain't recognized. Right. No. And sometimes it could be that, and sometimes, I've heard too that when people do get in a relationship, they get complacent, right? I mean, they're not doing anything to keep themselves and stuff. And I remember being told years ago, like, okay, whatever you do to get your person, to get, whatever, you got to continue to do that. Not saying it had anything to do with looks or anything at that time, but again, keep up yourself, ladies. I mean, shoot, I ain't saying you got to go around wearing makeup, you got to have whatever, but I mean, I don't gotta put on sweats all the time. I love my sweats, and I'm the one talking, girl. You catch me, I got on sweats. I ain't gonna lie, I got on a t-shirt. But sometimes I put on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like something. And for the fellas, like, I know y'all like y'all sweatpants, but come on now. Sometimes put on some jeans.
And back in the day, You know, back in the day, the dudes, the compliments, like if you put something on, they'll say, where you going with that on? So you already know that you looking good because they question.
Yeah. You ain't going to the house with that on, girl. Get back here.
Right. So you already like, girl, he asked me where I'm going. Now that's the kind of thing when he said where you, but he know that you looking good, like he don't want nobody else getting that attention, that type of thing or whatever. Not in an abuse, not in a possessive type of way, but just like a compliment without saying you look nice today, that type of thing. But yes, I think that you definitely have to keep up, like continue dating.
Yes, always date, always. I think that's what a lot of people do fall off because they stop dating. And that is so important. No matter if you've been together 10, 20, 30 years, you got to continue to date. You have to keep it alive. And it don't have to be no expensive date. Y'all can go date on your back porch. You know what I'm saying? Put some food in the basket, go on a date, go sit on the back porch. A date is what you make a date, Again, just spend that quality time together. So
Right. Quality time.
Okay. So let's go back here. I'm sorry. So Jessica Robinson said, yes.
Hey,
teamwork.
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. And then she said, sometimes a simple compliment is nice to hear, like dinner was good tonight. And that's true.
Yes.
And ladies, our men like to hear compliments too. It ain't all about us. Shoot, your man looking good, be like, babe, you looking like a snack right now. You looking like a whole meal. I don't know what y'all gonna say.
Not a snack.
A whole meal, I don't know.
Not a snack.
But fellas want to be complimented too. Again, they do. Again, and fellas want to be dated too. So it's not just, again, yes, it's about us females, but it's not all about us females. And I keep saying that. Because again, they matter. Everybody matters. We all got feelings. You know what I'm saying? So again, you gotta date your man too. Because if you ain't dating him, Susie May gonna be ready to date your man.
Right. Ready to date.
And Susie May gonna be the one saying, "Oh, you look cute today with that tight button-down shirt. Oh, you look real cute. Okay." Cut her eyes at him.
Right. And he be right over there, Susie May.
Okay, there you go. You wouldn't give me no whatever. She noticed these. She noticed these penny loafers I got on my penny in the front of them. Yeah. So,
but no, like setting out date nights, having someone that make them watch the kids just for a couple of hours, to go do, because I know life is stressful. I think life is kind of stressful for a lot of people, and to get away, have a mental break, and especially if you have a partner, that is so important because you are supposed to be there to help lift each other up and relieve each other from the things that you may be going through. Even just sitting in the bed, talk, because I know sometimes when I get off from work at the hospital, I want to come home and talk to somebody. Well, shoot, I go home and lay down. That's the only thing I can do and have a baby feet all in my face. But you may want to go home and, just talk about your day at work and, while he rubbing your feet or you rubbing his feet or whatever, like fix the bubble bath and relax. Those type of things to kind of help. That's showing that you care and you are.
Y'all, she giving out some pointers. She said, what? Rub the feet, the bubble bath. Yes. Okay, y'all. I don't know now.
Yes. Woo. Set up a massage day where y'all can go have couple massages.
That's
that type of thing.
Nice. That sounds nice.
Couple, just a day to yourself. Have a day. Have someone watch the kids. Look at they have, I forgot that site, but they have, and I know you can't trust everybody with your kids, but they do have a nanny site. They do background checks and all that stuff, but have some family say, hey, can y'all watch the kids? All them kids ain't bad. Now, if your kid's bad, that may be you may need to pay that family to watch them children.
Or say, for instance, that you and your husband, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever work, both of y'all work, right? And the kids go to school. You can also y'all take off from work one day while them kids in school.
Yeah.
Y'all make a whole day out of whatever while them kids in school. You cannot find somebody to watch those kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The kids already got killed. They at school. You already know where they at. So
and y'all tell them not to call you while they at school.
Work, and y'all go make a whole day out of it. Drop them off at school, 8:00, y'all date start. They get out of school at 3:00, your day in. That's a longer date than most dates anyway. So should y'all go eat breakfast, movie, brunch, walk the beach. You can do a whole lot.
Well, that's good. Yeah, take a day off from work. Y'all plan to take a day off from work. If your job allows. I know some jobs be tripping, but shoot, you can call in for personal reasons.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. And it is a personal reason, your mental state, girl. Please, I gotta me and my man. We gotta work on our relationship. We gotta tell them all that. You need a personal day. Shoot, you ain't feeling well.
Personal day. Call and say I need a personal day. They don't need to know it's personal.
Thank you. Okay, that's all personal. Thank you. Okay, you ain't feeling well. You ain't feeling well. You need some time with your other partner.
Right. So that's a good idea, Pika. I didn't think about that. Like going while the kids at school.
And it's already you ain't got to come out your pocket for no daycare, no whatever, because they already at either daycare or school, whatever. So that's no extra money out your pocket. Boom.
And tell you got 10, because I know my teenage daughter. I hope she probably won't say, Mom, why you talking? Because she'll call me for anything during the school that time frame. I'm like, girl, and I tell her I'm having me day today. Don't call. Mama, you ain't seen my text. I seen your text, but it wasn't.
I haven't had a me day, girl. I say in years. I don't know what a me day is no more. That's my thing. Girl, my kids are young. I'm having a me day. Girl, I loved it. Oh, girl. Oh my God. I had to stop in mid-sentence. Oh my God.
What?
Really tripping. Well, listen, just me taking notes. I like it.
Take the notes, Willie. Take the notes.
Oh no, now. Oh no. I said 2 years. If y'all wasn't on the last episode or the episode before that, y'all would not understand what I'm saying. But 2 years, okay? That part.
Girl.
Mental health day. That's right, Latrice. Mental health day.
Yes. Because your mental health is very, very, very important. Very important.
It is. Yeah. Yes. And that's all you gotta stay true. And then sometimes if you want to take yourself on a date, do the same thing. Okay. I know we're talking about somebody, you and your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever going on a date. But if you need to take yourself on a date that time, same thing apply. Them kids at school, them kids in daycare, call in. Treat yourself on a date again. Get comfortable doing that, dating yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can have fun by yourself. Trust me, I've done it plenty of times. Movies, Starbucks. I'll be just as content. And I'll be relaxed.
I went and got me a massage. When I got my feet done. When I walked the beach, the pier, seen dolphins. I had a nice time. Remind me that it's time for me to have another one.
Maybe I get one sooner or later. My grandson, girl, I don't know what my daughter doing. All she want to do is hold that baby. And I'm like, if you don't put that baby down, because I ain't holding the baby all day. Girl, people got no. So she's spoiling them, so she gonna have to be there holding them all day. Every day. I don't know what her baby. I'm just here. Yeah. So y'all, tell us what y'all think. Now I know we presented a lot. I don't know. What do y'all think is one of the killers or one of the, I don't know. I can't even say killers. That's bad. One of the breaking points with relationships, right? Do you think it's the mixed feelings, the boredom, when people get bored, fear, the psychological stress? Which one do y'all think overweighs or outweighs the other? We want to know.
I think the psychological stress.
You think so?
In my personal, because if you're mentally torn down, you can't function to heal. You can't function with nothing else. I think if someone calls you stressed, that's disturbing your peace. I know you're gonna have problems. You can't
get past that. Yeah.
Right. You can't get past
but
that.
Yeah, when you say that, because it's the psychological stress, right? Calls on, okay, we went through this, we getting over this, we're going to work through this, right? That type of psychological stress. But relationships are going to go through a period where you're going to have problems. It's growth, right? Different stuff, confusion, different stuff. So with that, okay, can you bear it? Can you stand it? How much are we going to endure? If you can't, get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If you can, let's do it, make us stronger. One of those things. So we want to sit back and when you speak on the psychological stress. So
if you're not there with the psychologically mental state, you can't be there with nothing else. You can't accomplish the boredom. You can figure out something, both of y'all, with the boredom part. Say, hey, babe, we got to figure something out because I'm tired of sitting in this house and doing whatever.
And I think the boredom. I think the boredom, because sometimes it's just that people change and people grow, right? So it's not necessarily boredom, that boredom. It may be like, I've changed. I'm not that person I was when we started dating 5 years ago, right? So the other person may now see one person is being bored. Are they truly bored or they just changed? You know what I'm saying? So that could be something with the bored, like, dang, you're not a person you were when we first got together, when we first started dating, So to them, the other person is boring now, but they're themselves, right? But the other person's not liking them, or they're seeing, Joe Blow out there, speaking of the females, and he lit, but her husband over here like I don't know, just sitting there like, oh, I'm just here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I want to be on this side where all the fun going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's being himself. That's who he's been. But because she's probably changed or going through something that's no longer exciting for her. So now she want to be over here outside with Mr. Whomever. You know, so again, I think that has a lot to do with some boredom too, you know, again, but it's going within each other, you know. So sometimes you can't do anything about boredom if that's that person's true personality, you know. You may have one person that's more outgoing in a relationship and one person that's not. Maybe in the beginning it worked. Maybe one was not as outgoing, you know. Maybe both were outgoing, but it's balanced.
And you can still be outgoing, but you got to know when to set them boundaries too. You know, like some people be outgoing too much. Like if it's coming to a point where you just outgoing, and you flirting with everybody you run into, like, nah.
Girl, sit your butt down. You're too friendly. You're too friendly for me.
Right. Like there is a thing of being too friendly because you can be too friendly with that other person. Like, girl, he was talking to me and rubbing my shoulder and you know what I'm saying? Like that person may not be, you may not even think nothing of it because you're doing it. You that's just your friendly gesture. But then you have to, but then you have to think like, okay, I'm in a relationship now. I got to cut back on some of the stuff that I'm doing, especially if your significant other has said to you that it's a problem. You know, like she or he don't feel comfortable with you doing that. You know, it's okay to if you see somebody give them a hug, you know, or whatever. But sometimes people just go overboard with the friendliness and.
Girl, and then some people don't know how to take friendliness. Some people, so I've known some people, girl, where they can be out and the guy can be like, "Oh, I like your shoes," and they're like, "Oh my God, he liked me. He's trying to talk to me. He want my number.
Yes.
He want your number, girl. He said he like your shoes. Back up. You know what I'm saying? So those lines, like too friendly. Don't be friendly. Don't. I mean, you gotta cut stuff off sometime. Like, let's keep it what it is, because sometimes people don't know how to perceive it. You know, and it takes that one time for that girl to go back and somebody to hear and go back and get back to your woman. And do like, I just told that girl I like her shoes, but then it got back to your girl that you trying to talk to her and you did this. Come on, just keep the confusion down. Straight black, white, you know. But it's only some people, and it shouldn't even be that way. It really shouldn't. But some people don't know how to take some stuff. Right.
Because you can have, you know, people give compliments because a male may give you a compliment, say, hey, you look nice today, people, or what, Jessica, whatever. But that don't mean they like you. They just give you a compliment.
Exactly. Thank you. Not even. Like, dude, they ain't even studying me, man. I ain't even his type.
Right.
I'm not at all. Like, if you even know his type, like, no.
Yes.
And that is so true. You said it there. You said it. Man. Yes. So Ms. Juanita says, when we change what we are interested in.
I think, did you read Jessica's?
Oh, I'm sorry. Jessica said, no, I'm so sorry, Jessica. She said, I think boredom and psychological stress. And I agree with both. I think those definitely bring in, you know, top issues in relationships. I do. Because that boredom, I know Jessica said psychological stress, and I agree. But I've known a lot of relationships where people have said, oh, my partner, they're boring now. They're not fun. They're not interesting. You know, I want to feel young again. I want to feel vibrant, or they just make me feel like an old person, you know?
Right. And you know what? That will make you be old too, though. If you just sitting around and just, I know some people just are homebodies. They don't like doing anything. But I feel like, I think, hasn't it been proven? I ain't going to say nothing. But like if you just sit around and not do nothing, it can age you faster.
I don't know. I like sitting around sometime though.
But you still go. So I'm just saying, people that don't have no type of activity in their life, you still go and do things. But I like sitting around my house sometimes. I don't really do nothing too much now, but I still will get up and go and do stuff. I just don't sit in the house day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? Like some people have no outside life at all.
I know some people just don't like outside. They be like, if it's light outside, I ain't going outside. I'm gonna be outside when it's dark. I never heard it. I said, I've known some people that don't even like being outside. They like being inside. No, they don't.
But I was saying, I think it's proven that it can age you quicker.
Oh yeah, age you. Yeah, it can probably. But it's some that people I've known that was like that. They look young though. I don't know. They look real.
Oh really?
Yeah, they athletic, and I don't know how they athletic. Now I think about it. What are they doing inside? Now I'm thinking, what is going on? Really? I'm thinking like the 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe they just had good genes. I don't know. Could have been. So Miss Juanita said, when we change what we're interested in. And then Jessica said, I'm tired of people saying it's a 50-50 thing. I feel it should be 100% on each part. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yes.
Yep, we all give 100%. That is so true. Willie says, communicate to your partner about how you are feeling, and you need a little excitement from time to time. If that doesn't work, then go have fun without them. That's true.
Right.
Outside. I'm about to go. I'm about to go to my water. I'm about to take a trip. I'm about to do something. And people do that. And you see that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it works for them. They balance it out. So hey, if they're for it, I'm for it if it works.
Mm-hmm.
And then as Juanita said, sometimes we outgrow each other. And I think that could be what it is. A lot of times too with the boredom, that it is a lot has to do with outgrow. And it's okay to outgrow people. Again,
Mm-hmm.
you are constantly growing as people. You know, I hate to say it sometimes, because you know, when you do get in a relationship, you don't say, oh, I'm gonna be in a relationship for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or I'm gonna be married for 5 years and then get a divorce. No, it's supposed to be, you know, long term. But some gotta sit back and be like, you know what, I'm just not here anymore. I'm mentally not here. Oh, we just outgrown each other. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely outgrow.
Yeah. So, I don't know, Jessica, you had any questions for them? I'm trying to find something on our page, girl. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. No, I think we
Any questions?
relationships is abroad. I mean, I see so many people even now just speaking about relationships on different platforms, because I think so many people go through a lot of things with relationships than what they have in the past, and it's the different views with
Like,
relationships.
I wonder if people really go through more stuff than they did in the past, right? Or if we're speaking about it more.
I think people are going through more because I think the values are different. People don't have the values of how people are viewing, and again, it goes back to the social media, what people are showing with the polygamy, with just different things. The values is not the same. People don't want to be committed to one person, or they just want to be single and mingle, and you know, it's just, I think the values are different. You know, we spoke on that, we stated that the last time, that the values are different than they were in the past.
They are.
That it's not the same. So I think it is different.
And we had just posted.
People views.
Yeah, we had just posted earlier. It says, in every relationship, the past matters. No matter how much we try to avoid it, a person's past speaks character. If the foundation is weak, the house will collapse. If you're in a relationship with someone, always find out how they were raised mentally and emotionally. A lot of people was raised on love, and others were raised on survival. That's why a lot of men and women hurt each other. They can't love properly, even when the affection is there. You'll find a lot of good looking, unsuspectable people damaged inside because of their past. And you won't realize how damaged they are until you try to love them. If you think a person's past doesn't affect you, then you're absolutely wrong. Then it says, serial cheaters don't cheat because there's no love. They cheat because they don't understand it. When you try to love them, you will seem annoying to them. So what are y'all thoughts about that? Because we want to know.
True.
Huh?
I said I agree with that 100%.
I do
too. Because if the person don't know how to love, or they don't know how to show affection, and that's something that you're longing for, it's gonna pose a problem.
Yeah.
In the relationship, because,
No, go ahead, hon. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's gonna pose a problem in the relationship, because they're not gonna view it how you view it. They're not gonna say, they're not gonna say that you're silent and that something is going on with you. They're gonna be like, okay, let me keep going, because they don't understand that portion of it.
Yeah.
And if they have never seen love or affection, they're not gonna show you love or affection. They're gonna be hard and be like, I ain't doing all that or whatever. But then you have some people that may come from a background of that, but they want to do the total opposite. They want to show that love and affection because that's something they never had. So you may run into people that's like that, but I think really understand a person past, and I'm not going to say because you may not fully understand a person past, but knowing what a person has been through or how they may have been raised will truly help a lot, because again, it goes back to that love language. They may not speak your love language or understand how you're feeling or what you're going through to make things work or make it better or whatever else. So it may make it worse because y'all are on two different pages and y'all just not understanding each other. So
it's true. That's true. Wow, that's some deep stuff. Deep stuff. I just listen up and reflecting sometimes. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Remember, I'm in my listening season. So I'm listening and reflecting and thinking at the same time. Whew. Mm. The value. This relationship stuff has been deep, very deep. And I'm just sitting there like thinking, like, relationship, true relationship. Think you're in a relationship, want to be in a relationship. Like, what is it? What is it that we want to do? Do anybody know what we want to do? Sometimes I want to be low. And this is why Anita says, I believe if you didn't see a lot of hugging and kissing from parents and grandparents or someone saying I love you, it's hard for someone to accept. And I believe that. I've seen that too. And I've heard people say that too. Like I wasn't raised around it, so I can't show this. I don't know how to show this, and they may think they're giving their partner love and being affectionate, but they may not be, but they're doing what they know how. And again, that's learning the other person's love language will be beneficial to the other person, right? But also maybe it will help us to be like, you know what? Maybe this is what I can work on, right, to make myself a more affectionate, loving person as well. And for me, I love when a man can communicate his feelings. That is just so sexy to me. That is that's so sexy to me. And that says a lot of communication. Like, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's on your mind. Let me know if I did something wrong. Let me know if I didn't do something wrong. Tell me how you feeling. I want to know. And again, I don't want to say men are not going to tell you everything. They're not. It's like some of us may not say everything. But be able to communicate and willing to communicate. That's a lot. And that goes so far.
And I think that's true too, because if a male knows to communicate those things, we may, and even if it's just like, okay, I'm just going through something right now, I'm gonna have my space, just to get through whatever, because I know everybody don't like to talk about the things they're going through, but if you just say, hey, let me get through this, and we'll communicate, and in that way we may not feel like, well, dang, he ain't talking to me and I hadn't heard from him, just having second guessing what may be going on. But if you just say, hey, this is how I deal with things that I go through, I just don't feel like talking that much, whatever.
And the other person has to accept that too, because everybody deal with stuff different, right? So if he say, hey, this is how I deal with stuff, I don't want to talk about it now, understand that, accept that, give him his space, right? And the same goes for females. I know I deal with stuff differently, So again, we got to understand and respect that, and try to respect it, right? But communicate, y'all. We cannot over stress the communication. I don't care.
Communication will save a lot of troubles. A lot.
And I mean, that's with whoever. My son, he's 14, he don't communicate. That drives me crazy, man. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Because you can't have one party that wants to communicate and then the other party just sit there and not say, like, that don't work.
It don't work.
You gotta communicate. You have to do that, especially if you want to be in a relationship. That's part of it. You can't just sit there and ignore what the other person is talking about, like it's not happening.
And that is true. That's true. And then I think sometimes too, because I know, like with me, right, if the other person is expressing themselves, I'm gonna listen. I may not respond right then, but I'm listening. But I like to come, to let it soak in, right, and make sure, like, okay, I got it, right. Sometimes I want to think about it, but I'm not gonna totally ignore it, right. I may come back an hour or two later. Okay, let's readdress this, or I'm gonna be like, okay, give me some time to think about this, right. So I'm not answering or responding prematurely, I will do that. But hey, if that is the case and you're like that, don't let it be 2 months later you still ain't addressed the situation. Come on now, nobody should have to ask you, we was talking about this, what do you think? No, that doesn't mean you just really didn't care. Again, but everybody responds differently. So if that person needs time to say, hey, let me regroup, let me go back, let me take this back to the drawing board, give them that time, that space, to do so. And some people may be ready right in with an answer response. Accept that, take it. Yeah. So
and if we give y'all the space to think about stuff, don't think that we forgot about it. Please don't think that we forgot about it.
We ain't forget about nothing, because we coming back with the vengeance. Now
we want to communicate and see what page we on. We want to know.
Yes, what was up with this, girl? Too funny.
Right. We want to know.
No. The part that gets me.
But you know what I find with males too, and this just I'm speaking from a female point of view, is that they are okay when it's our turn, like we want to communicate with them. They okay with pushing it back and not want to talk right now. But let them have a question for us.
Girl,
they want it right then and there. Like they will keep calling, blow up your phone.
Yes. Oh my God. And I'd be freaking out. Like, are you serious? Is this what we're doing here?
Right.
Mind you, when I had something I want to know, it was very important. I want to know. You just brushed it off. It wasn't important.
Right.
But now you want to know. Okay, let me give you the same treatment you gave. You finna feel this
right.
thing. You finna feel this delay, right? But it's an emergency. That is so true.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yes.
Why is that, Mills? Come on, chime in.
Yes, we want to know. Why do y'all do that? Y'all want to know right then. But when we want to talk about it, it's like, we'll talk about that later.
Talk about it later. And if later ever comes, what gets me, girl, it never comes. They just act
never
like
comes
and show back up. Like, what? That problem ain't been resolved. It has not even been addressed. Like, it don't just disappear.
Right.
We ain't forgot. You might be like, okay, ain't bringing it up again, trying not to nag all the time, right? Trying not to put it at the forefront, trying to give you a little space, whatever. But we have not forgotten. Trust me, we're gonna remember, and we're gonna bring it up this time. And you know, why you bringing up old stuff? It ain't old stuff. You never addressed it. We never got it situated. So yeah, Miss Juanita says it might be too much, and Latrice says communication is key. And then Latrice says, I like to communicate, but I don't like when I say what I mean and someone changes it to something else. That's true. I'm trying to tell you what you're trying to say. Yes, that's not what I'm trying to say. I said what I said.
Right.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yes.
Y'all, this has been good.
So y'all, and to let y'all know, we speak from a lot of times we speak from our personal point of views and our thoughts. So, you know, sometimes we may not agree with each other, and sometimes y'all may not agree with us. And that's absolutely okay, because in relationships, any type of ships, you got to figure out what works for you.
That's right.
And what, you know, so we're just, again, our platform is just to give insights on how we may feel. We don't try to convince each other that you got to take it my way and, you know, whatever, because it's okay to agree to disagree. So y'all can always say, well, I don't think this should be that way. And we do we know y'all do speak your thoughts or whatever. We absolutely love it. So please don't think that we want y'all to just go the way that we want y'all to go when it comes to things that we talk about, because you got to find what works for you. You and your partner, or you through your healing process, because everybody's process is not the same. That's true. It's all about finding what works for you and how you can get through things, or how you and your partner can work through things to make your relationship better. So I just want to throw that out there. So please don't think that we just saying, oh, this is how it should be and whatever else is not that case.
No, who are we? No, like we got girl, please. No, but we will share.
Because I'm still working on a lot of things. So this actually helps me as well, you know, when we talk and discuss. So if he could say, well, no, this go this way. And I'm like, okay, well, that, you know, that may be true. And then if y'all come on here and say something, it may help me look at things in a different perspective.
Exactly.
Right.
So. Exactly. It's about helping each other. That is so true.
Yeah.
And sometimes, again, it may not even be anything we're going through. It may be something somebody shared with us, or be like, hey, can y'all talk about this or bring this up on y'all platform? And we do. Again, we do bring stuff up, and we present it where it is anonymous, right? We just have a general conversation about it. But some stuff, it does apply to us. Some stuff, it does not apply to us. But we're here for it, you know, again. But we are here. We're all in the process of growing as individuals, you know. We don't know everything. We have experienced everything, and God knows I don't want to experience everything. But we're definitely willing to share our story, our testimony. And again, if this can help somebody else or help others, we're here for that as well. And then if somebody puts us out there like, hey, y'all, can y'all talk about this? Bring this up. Send it to us. We're going to present it. And it may not come up that next week, because we might already have something already in the, you know, in the pipeline, but we're going to present it. You know what I'm saying? And then if we touch base and we forget to present exactly what you said, get us back up. We'll go back on there. You know what I'm saying? Again, we do anonymous topics and stuff like that. Well, anonymous. How can I say it? We talk about a topic, but whoever sent it, you will never know.
Right.
You will never know. And we're going to keep it that way. So we know, but you will never know.
Right. So if you even have
this is about helping people.
Right. So even if you have a story or something that you want to talk about, discuss, you can always inbox us. And like people say, we don't disclose the names, and we don't put what you put on there on social media or none of that. So, you know, because some people want to tell their stories, so they may have a question, but they don't want to come on, you know, line or make a comment about it or something like that. So Miss Juanita had put back in the comments, where was it? I think she said, we were talking about, I just want to say real quick, it was so, she said military, about what, I think it was the question, like what's a turn off or something that's a killer in a relationship. So when she said military, So I got this coworker, right? So she was talking about, she said she don't cook, she don't clean. She said her man left her $1,000 to go get her tattoo done. I said, and so when she was just talking, I turned around and said, well, girl, where you meet this man at? So I'm just talking. She's talking, girl, oh, girl, he military.
Oh, he doing all that? He cooking
Yes,
and cleaning?
girl.
Ooh, what my military people said, y'all, is that normal?
Right. And so she said, this is his third marriage. She said, well, you know, the third marriage is a charm. I said, okay. But, you know, she was just saying all the things that, like, she's pretty much spoiled in a sense. And that's what made me tell me, like, girl, where did you meet him at? You know, just joking and conversating. And she was like, oh, he in the military. I said, okay.
Congratulations, Missy. She scored her a high one. We applaud you, girl.
Yes.
Love for you. Yes. Oh my God. So yes, 3 times the charm. Right on. Military can be a charm. I know some people that will not deal with anybody military, right?
Right.
Okay, she said, let me go back here. Miss Juanita said,
okay,
concerning men being late because I'm retired military. Okay, guys. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, Miss Juanita is punctual. You better be 15 minutes early, because if you're not early, you're late dealing with her. Yeah. And me on time, I'm late. So when I'm late, I'm real late. Okay, thank you for the clarifications. We're about to go in on the military man. I'm like, well, my peeps said, married to these military men, because I don't know whether they be cooking and cleaning and leaving no $1,000 just for the lady. But hey, they out there.
Girl, yeah, she was like, yeah, he left me some money to go out to Tallahassee and get them. I'm like, I'm like, girl, because she had already been bragging and talking about, you know, because just talking, having general conversations. And I was like, well, girl, he just be spoiling you. She's like, yeah, he does. I said, okay. I said, well, that's nice.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot from what I get now. I have heard that there are some people that actually pry on the military, right? They go out searching trying to get them a military man or a military woman for the benefits. I guess what they pay for the stability. I don't know. I don't know. But I guess if that's what they're after, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
What you said? Go for it.
Go for it. Ms. Juanita said probably because he married. There you go. Exactly.
Probably so.
Exactly. So he's doing all this. Come on now.
Right.
I don't know, but I don't know. I know when we were over in Germany, those Germans and even Japan, they were crazy about the military men. They wanted one. They wanted one. Girl, yeah, they want to get back to the U.S. girl to become citizens, and not just that, they wanted them a military man. And I don't even think the was of importance. They wanted them a military man. I guess with the benefits and everything else. I don't know, but to me, scratch my head. My kid's father, he was not military when we got married. He was not. However, if he was military before we got married, I wouldn't have married him. But either way, from what I seen, I don't know, and I cannot label all as. But the military men are a trip. That's all I'm gonna say. They are a trip and a half. And honey, just be prepared. Just be prepared. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But not all are a trip. Again, just the ones I know. But there's some good ones out there, I'm sure. A lot of good ones, I'm sure. It's like there's a lot of good ones that's not. And some that's not military. That's not.
I never dated a military man.
You haven't? I haven't either.
Shut up.
I haven't, because when I never dated one. We were married when he went in the military.
Yeah, you were married, but
so I never dated him before he got in the military. I don't know. But I am not into military men. I don't want a military man. No.
He said no.
No. Y'all can have them. Somebody else do that, baby. Y'all can have them.
You can't put everybody in the same bucket.
No, I cannot put everybody in the same bucket. But honey, they say military, I'm out the door.
You out the door?
Out the door. Yes, ma'am.
Not even looking back.
Baby. Huh?
But you said not even looking back.
Girl, I ain't looking back. Nah. Not even for the $1,000, whatever that lady said she got, and she got spoiled. Nah, baby, the bubble baths, whatever she had, we good. I'm out the door. We good. Down over there. We good. But each is on. But there are some good ones out there. I'm sure there are. So again, yeah. And I salute everybody that has been in the military, that was in the military, that has been. Thank you for your service.
Look, after you don't talk bad about thank you.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate the contributions you made for our freedom. Thank you. However, dating, me and y'all know we can't do that.
That's a different ball game.
That's a different ball game. Juanita, thank you for your service. And Pastor Rivers, thank you for your service. And whoever else on here, thank you for your service.
Thank y'all for your service.
Well, listen, Topeka, it definitely touched the nerve. Yeah. Your facial expression about those military men got me rolling, man.
Yeah, touched a whole nerve.
Man, a whole nerve, whole nerve, girl. I don't care. They come with the bags. I ain't trying to go there, baby. Nope. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. But anyways, where we at, girl? Because I lost topic.
Yes, girl. Honey, yes, touch a whole nerve.
Us as people, we just want to be happy. We want happiness. We want peace.
Happiness.
Yeah, happiness and peace. Bring happiness, bring peace. And remember, you cannot ask somebody to be your peace if you're not bringing peace, right? So if you're keeping up chaos,
you better speak on that. You can. Yes. You
can't. You got to bring the peace too, okay? So don't be keeping up chaos. Put out the energy you want to receive. If you want to receive positivity, put out positivity. If you want to receive happiness, put out happiness. Be that what you want to get back, and I strictly do that. I try to live by that. Yeah, we're going to have our bad days. Yes, we're going to have moments where we're like, you know what? But if it's something you really want, work for it. If it's worth having, you have to work for it. Nothing worth having comes easy, regardless. Not to tell my kids that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, school sucks. I hate school. This is so hard. But guess what?
Life is hard.
Yes, if you want it, you got to work for it. Okay, mind you.
Right.
So if it's worth having, y'all, we got to work for it. Again, sometimes we got to work for our peace. Sometimes we got to work for our happiness, our joy. It's worth having. So again, if you with somebody and they're not bringing you that peace, that joy, that happiness, whatever it is, we got one life to live, y'all. One.
That's all. That's it.
I wish we can get, but we can do do-overs, girl. I think we all will be at the front of that line trying to do something over, but we can't. So make the best of what we got, girl, and enjoy life. Enjoy, girl. All right, man, sad, depressed, and got somebody got you all off your wicks for what? No, she ain't worth it. She ain't worth it, man. Y'all move on.
Right.
Someone out there gonna appreciate you. They're gonna be thankful that person let you go, girl. They've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for you to say, "Hey, I'm free." You're like, "Oh, you're free now? Okay, come on out here." They're gonna be ready to take you. So y'all keep playing now. Keep hanging on to them. The ones that ain't doing y'all right. Trust me. I mean, I can't say trust me, but I'm hopeful. Put it that way. There go my son.
No, don't hang around and be mistreated.
Yes, y'all deserve better. Yes.
And if you're not treating that person right, let them go. Don't try to hold on to them either. Let them go.
That is so
you move. You be the one that's moving on.
Yeah. Somebody got to do it. Somebody.
Yes. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, Latrice. Okay.
She said, in life and relationships, we all have good and bad times, but as long as the good outweighs the bad, we are good.
Yes.
That is so true.
That's very true.
That is so true. Yeah, because there are going to be hard days. It's written. It's going to be trials and tribulations. It's written.
Right.
Overcome them. What do we do in those moments?
Right. Yeah, if you're having more bad days than good, you definitely need to reevaluate.
Speaking of relationships.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my God. That part, yeah. He funny. Yes. So next week's topic, Jessica went out and she had inquired, like, hey, what should our next week's topic be? And I think you already spoke about it, right?
In the beginning, just briefly.
Okay. Just in case those who were not on in the beginning, our next week's topic is going to be church hurt. We're digging deep. We're going deep. And some may say, hey, that subject a little taboo. But hey, we asked our viewers, and this is where they want. So we're going to bring it. We're going to go there.
And they're ready.
And they ready. They were ready today. But hey, we had to finish this up, conclude it, finish it up. And we may come back and touch bases on this again, in a different limelight, But next week we are doing church hurt. Now we are planning on one day soon doing, what do we call it, like a Friday night healing session or something like that, Friday night couch therapy or something like that, where we're going to be on, and we're just going to be on live. We want everybody to come get on live Friday night, chill, relax, and we're just going to be on. So we're going to do that. We're going to let y'all know the dates for that. So that's in the making too. So we got some exciting stuff that we are bringing. Again, it's about awareness, about, being an encouragement to others, being that ear. We're each other village, again, putting it out there, trying to help each other to grow, prosper in not just one area, but all areas, stuff that, hey, we couldn't talk about then, or we may not have anybody to talk about, but we want to be that platform where, hey, this is going on. Let us bring the limelight to it. Again, who knows who it will reach. We want to be a positive influence in others' lives. So we all got to start somewhere, and we're choosing to start here. So we hope you all will join us again next week, same time, same place, 7:30, Tuesdays, Topeka Jessica show. And I'll let Jessica finish the outro.
So yes, next week's topic will be church hurt. So we will definitely, because I know I have had someone say with that topic, there's going to be a lot to try to come in. So if you want to call in, again, the link is there to call in to join the studio. If you do not want your picture shown video, you can always just choose voice, where you just can talk. So that's going to be next week's topic. And like Pika said, we'll come in on Friday nights, do like a late night vibe, maybe have some music playing in the background and just have an open discussion about different things. And it was something else I was going to say, but I forgot. So y'all make sure y'all like and follow our page too. Sometimes we may not post the things on our personal page, like if we have questions or something like that. So we want to try to get the engagement up on our Topeka and Jessica page to get the feedback and all that stuff. And then that was not what I was going to say. I was going to actually say something else. But
YouTube. Yeah, follow us on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. That's what I was going to say. So you follow, like, and share on YouTube as well. We post the links up there because, again, some people may not do social media, get on the Facebook. We haven't been going on Instagram Live, because I know some people just do Instagram and not Facebook. So if that's the case, again, we do post the links on Instagram when we post on there, and then also on Facebook for the YouTube channel. So that way you can join through YouTube. If you don't want to get on Facebook one night, you just want to get on YouTube, you can watch from there. So yeah,
that's true. That is so true. And we're here. So we're here for it.
Yeah. And always then, if you got a topic, say, hey, put this down as one of your topics. Do that. We even had some people in the topic where we put what our next topic should be or future topic. They also gave us other topics that they would like to discuss. So even on that, you don't have to choose from, if we put like a list of topics up there, you can put your own topic that you want to discuss or feel that needs to be brought attention to. So we are here open. We want to get your suggestions, your opinions, your thoughts, because we know the audience and our family, y'all are family, is what makes us grow and keep y'all entertained and engaged and all that. So we definitely want your input as well.
That is so true. That is true.
Yeah.
So we're excited. And we actually ended a little sooner than the last two sessions, but we're still excited. So I didn't realize with the church hurt that it was like so like, man, like I don't know. And it's sad. I think during COVID, a lot of people experienced a lot of church hurt. And I'm sure it was going on before. I know it was going on before, but during COVID, because I know people kept saying like, where are they? Where are our church members? Where are our pastors? Where are this, and some of them, started losing faith, unfortunately, and like, so it's a very touchy subject. And then different stuff where people have lost someone or people sick, and before they used to go out and do visits, to the checks and call and how is everybody, and you rarely get that anymore. You rarely you find pastors or ministers or anyone still doing that. I mean, that's very few and in between. And I'm blessed. I mean, my pastor and first lady, they're there during COVID, outside COVID, everything, no matter what, they're always calling, checking, hey, ain't heard from you, I ain't seen you on the book, what's going on, again. And a lot of times they ain't hey, how are you doing? How are you? Again, we want the church, don't get me wrong. We care about your spiritual growth. We care about you as a person. So that's missing a lot. So I mean, when you speak of church, you know, we always say, okay, you know, however you were raised, you know, some of us do start off that way in the church, right? But do the stuff we may have went the other way, due to different stuff going on. So we are definitely we're going to be praying up before we go into this, as we do with everything, but we're definitely bringing it because it's something that needs to be addressed again.
Right.
It needs to be addressed, and we're bringing it. So we hope you all join us.
Yes.
Again, submit anything to us or whatever, and let us know how you feel about it. Yes. And Willie says, I got some topics. I'll send them to y'all. We waiting. Okay. Yeah, we send them. We ready.
Send us some topics.
Yes. So we're excited, and it's getting warm. Y'all go out and enjoy this nice weather because God knows it has been so beautiful. I mean, should we keep us young too? Energy. That right there is natural energy. So you don't need no vitamins for that. Vitamin D. Just get out in that sun. You good. Yeah, get a little tan. I don't need no tan, but hey, get out in that sun. Just a little bit. You'll feel good. So yeah. All right. Well, we're going to close it for tonight. If you're done, Jessica.
Yes, I'm done.
All right. Well, good night, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, and we love y'all, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday here. Same place, same time. Topeka Jessica Facebook, YouTube, IG, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. Just come. We'll be here. Next week's topic is church hurt. So anything you want us to discuss regarding that, anything you want us to bring up, please send it to us. Our group email or personal email. You know, we prefer group, but hey, if you can't get to the group, send it to us. Just get it to us. Right. So thank you all again, and we enjoy y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. And
don't forget to share this post. Go back, watch it if you need to. Share, repost, share, repost. Thank you.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.